Hello everyone, myself Rini Singhal, and today the topic of my lecture, this is lecture number 10, and today we are going to discuss about vasodilators. In this lecture, this lecture includes the introduction, what are vasodilators, how they are classified according to their chemical structure, and how do they act, means their mechanism of action. So, this complete presentation is, or the lecture is about the vasodilators, the introduction, classification and mechanism of action of vasodilators. So, let us start. So, first of all, vasodilator means the drug which dilates the blood vessels are known as vasodilators. So, what are vasodilators drugs? So, vasodilator drugs relaxes the smooth muscles in blood vessels to improve the blood flow and thus decreasing the blood pressure. So, vasodilator drug relaxes the smooth muscle. Where it is present? The smooth muscle is present in the blood vessel. Why we are doing this? To improve the blood flow and thus decrease in the blood pressure. Means it can be used in hypertension or it is used as antihypertensive drugs. Okay. And then the dilation of arterial vessels reduces systemic vascular resistance and thus reduces arterial blood pressure. So, when there is occurring a arterial dilation of arterial vessels, it will reduce the systemic vascular resistance and thus it reduce the arterial blood pressure. Okay. And when there is the reduction or there is dilation of venous vessel, there is decrease in venous blood pressure. And vasodilators that use vasodilator, तो हम अब वैसोडाइलेटर्स का कहाँ यूज़ कर सकते हैं? वैसोडाइलेटर रिलैक्स कर रहा है किस चीज़ को? स्मूथ वेसल्स को, जो कि ब्लड वेसल्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट हैं, तो वो ब्लड प्रेशर को डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है, यानी एंटी हाइपरटेंसिव की ड्रग्स की तरह इसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं, या फिर हम ये कह सकते हैं कि इट कैन बी यूज्ड इन द पेशेंट सफरिंग फ्रॉम हाइपरटेंशन, राइट. एंड angina pectoris means when angina, we have discussed that angina, it is causing pain in the chest due to ischemic heart disease. What is ischemia? Ischemia is when the oxygen demand is more and supply is less. So, this is angina pectoris in the treatment of angina pectoris and in the treatment of heart failure. So, vasodilator drugs relaxes the smooth muscles which is present in the blood vessel, so that the blood flow will improve and so that the blood pressure will decrease. Dilation of the arterial vessels reduces arterial blood pressure, dilation of the venous vessels decreases the venous blood pressure, and thus vasodilators used in the treatment of hypertension, angina and heart failure. So, this is the introduction part, what are vasodilator drugs. So, now how can we classify? We can classify vasodilators according to their structures. The first class is organic nitrates, the second class is arterial vasodilators, the third class is arterial and venous dilators, which is also known as mixed dilators. This because they are dilating both arteries and veins. So, that is why sometimes they are called as mixed dilator. So, we are here we are having three classes. First is organic nitrates, second is arterial vasodilators, third is arterial and venous dilators, which is also known as mixed dilators. These organic nitrates are further subclassified according to the type of action, that they are short acting and long acting. The organic nitrates which are short acting in nature, the examples are glyceryl trinitrate, or it is also known as nitroglycerine, isosorbide dinitrate. It is short acting when it is used, which is when it is taken as sublingual route. And the next subclass is long acting. The examples of long acting drugs are isosorbide, if we take it in oral form, mononitrate, erythritol tetranitrate and pentaerythritol tetranitrate. So, these are some examples of long acting organic nitrates. The example of arterial vasodilator are minoxidil, diazoxide and hydralazine. And the examples of arterial and venous dilators are sodium nitroprusside, terazosin, doxazosin and prazosin. In this lecture, we will discuss only about the organic nitrates, means short acting and long acting nitrates, their chemical structure, synthesis, SAR, mechanism and all. Okay. So, let us start with mechanism of action of nitrates or organic nitrates. How do they perform the job? How do nitrates help in hypertension? How they help in angina? Actually, these nitrates get denitrated into in the smooth muscles and nitric oxide will form, which further nitrodilators with nitric oxide will form. This nitric oxide stimulates the conversion of GTP, that is guanosine triphosphate, to CGMP, means cyclic guanosine monophosphate. Now, what happens? This nitric oxide increases the concentration of CGMP. Okay. And why it is needed? Because this GTP accumulation will help in the conversion of myosin MLCK, that is myosin light chain kinase, to light chain phosphorylated light chain MLCK. Okay. And it will stimulate myosin to form phosphorylated, get phosphorylated and form myosin actin complex, and this actin myosin complex will cause contraction. So, our aim is to relax. So, we have to inhibit this action, we have to block this action. How this action is get blocked? Nitrodilator releases nitric oxide, this NO will stimulate the conversion of GTP to the CGMP. This CGMP inhibits the conversion of MLCK, that is myosin light chain kinase, to phosphorylated myosin light chain kinase. Okay. This phosphorylation reaction get inhibited, okay, and which inhibits the contraction, or we can say which causes the vasodilation. So, how these vasodilation reaction is occurring? This जो हमारी drugs हैं, हमारे जो nitrodilators हैं, it will get denitrated into the smooth vessel, nitric oxide will form. This nitric oxide stimulate the conversion of GTP to the CGMP, and the concentration of CGMP will get increased, and this increase in the CGMP inhibits the conversion of myosin light chain kinase to phosphorylated myosin light chain kinase, and thus causes vasodilation or relaxation. Okay. So, this is the mechanism of vasodilators or the organic nitrates, how they work and how they can use to treat the angina, hypertension and all. Okay. Now, so the first category, the class हमने यहाँ पे जो देखी थी classification, इसके अंदर जो हमारी first drug है, that is amyl nitrate. Okay. Amyl nitrite. This amyl nitrite, if you see the molecular formula of amyl nitrite is C5H11ONO. This is the molecular formula of amyl nitrite. Okay. So, this amyl nitrite, this structure, complete structure indicates that this it is an ester of isoamyl alcohol with nitrous acid. So, we can say that the hydroxy group of the isoamyl alcohol, here there was an hydroxy group. So, this hydrogen atom of the hydroxy group get converted into the nitro group. So, here the hydroxy group of the isoamyl alcohol is converted to the nitro group. Okay. So, this amyl nitrite are volatile in nature, and is rapidly acting vasodilator. It consists chiefly isoamyl nitrite, but other isomers may also be present in this. Okay. It is used by inhalation or orally in alcohol solution. Currently, it is used to treat the cyanide poisoning. Amyl nitrate is rarely prescribed due to some hazards and due to some toxicity. So, and other modified, other improved drugs are available. So, these drugs are this amyl nitrite is rarely prescribed. So, here we can say that amyl nitrite, whose molecular formula is C5H11ONO, this the structure of amyl nitrite indicates that isoamyl alcohol, the hydrogen atom of the isoamyl alcohol get converted into the nitro group. Okay. So, it is very easy structure. Isoamyl alcohol, alcohol मतलब OH group. OH ग्रुप का जब हम हाइड्रोजन एटम रिप्लेस कर देंगे किससे, नाइट्रो ग्रुप से, तो क्या बन जाएगा, अमाइल नाइट्राइट. ओके, मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट ड्रग, दैट इज नाइट्रोग्लिसरीन. हियर नाइट्रोग्लिसरीन इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ग्लिसराइल ट्राइनाइट्रेट. This glyceryl trinitrate is the trinitrate ester of glycerol. What is the structure of glycerol? If I replace this NO2 nitro group with hydrogen atom, so the formula will become CH2OH, CH2OH and CH2OH and CH2OH. So, this was the glycerol, and when the hydrogen atom of the glycerol get converted or get nitrated, all the hydrogen atom get converted into the nitro group, then it is known as trinitrate ester of the glycerol. Okay, now, here you can see the synthesis, how this nitroglycerine is formed. What we are having? Propane 1, 2, 3 triol. Propane means 3 carbon atoms, 1, 2 and 3. Here 3 carbon atoms are there. Here hydroxy groups are there, OH, OH and OH. 3 hydroxy groups are there. Now, what we want? We want nitro group to replace. So, we want hydrogen atom of the hydroxy group to be replaced by the nitro group, means we want nitration reaction. And how this nitration will, it is basic reaction. For nitration we use sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So, when propane 1, 2, 3 triol reacted with sulfuric acid and nitric acid, nitration reaction will form, and all the hydrogen atom get nitrated or get converted into the nitro group, ONO, ONO, NO2, NO2 and NO2, and this structure is of nitroglycerine. Okay. So, this nitroglycerine, nitroglycerol is a glycerol in which hydrogen atoms of all the 3 hydroxy groups are replaced by the nitro groups. Now, the structure activity relationship. So, the number of nitrate groups, you can see in this structure there is only the nitro groups are 3 nitro groups are there. So, when we discuss the structure activity relationship, the number of nitrate groups determine the potency of organic nitrate for guanylate cyclase activation. Okay, we have discussed the mechanism, why it is needed, why it is needed that guanyl cyclase should be activated. So, the number of nitrate groups determines the potency of organic nitrates for guanylate cyclase activation. Here there are 3 groups. So, जितने नाइट्रोजन ग्रुप्स हम ऐड करेंगे उतना हमारा जो पोटेंसी है इंक्रीज होती जाएगी. तो 3 ही हम रिप्लेस कर सकते थे, हमने तीनों रिप्लेस कर दिए, तो वी आर हैविंग द मैक्सिमम इफेक्ट. So, the number of nitrate groups determines the potency of organic nitrate for guanylate cyclase activation. So, we can say increase in the nitric group increases the potency, and it on these drugs there is no effect कि अगर आप lipophilicity increase करते रहिए, it do not provide any major effect on the over the activation of the drug. So, the activation किस चीज़ से हम relate कर पा रहे हैं, presence of the nitro group. Okay. So, this is very easy, the synthesis is also easy, and SAR is also very easy. Uses. So, this glyceryl trinitrate or nitroglycerine is used for the treatment of angina and chest pain due to cardiovascular disease. It is also used in perioperative hypertension. It is also used in acute heart failure, and it is used for the prevention of acute angina attack. So, there are we can say in exams the question asked like write the synthesis and use, mechanism of action and use. So, all the nitrates work by the same mechanism of action. They denitrate in the smooth muscle, they releases nitric oxide, they activate guanylate cyclase, which increases the concentration of CGMP, which further helps in the vasodilation. So, it is, and then use we can say the glyceryl trinitrate used in the treatment of angina and chest pain due to cardiovascular disease. It is used in perioperative hypertension, it is used in acute heart failure, and it is used in the prevention of angina attack. Next drug is pentaerythritol tetranitrate. What does its name shows? Penta. Penta means 5. Penta means 5. Erythritol, and then tetra. Tetra means 4. Nitrate means nitro group. So, we can say in this structure we can clearly say, see there are pentaerythritol trinitrate, 4 nitro groups, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So, this pentaerythritol tetranitrate, it is also used in the treatment of for the prophylactically to reduce the severity and frequency of anginal attack. It is generally administered in sustained release preparation to increase its duration of action. So, this pentaerythritol tetranitrate, from the structure we can see that it is a polyol ester. Okay, it is a polyol ester of nitric acid. Pentaerythritol tetranitrate, in this all the hydroxy group present in the pentaerythritol have been converted to the corresponding nitrate. मतलब जितने भी यहाँ पे H atom थे, they get replaced by nitro group. Okay. So, पेंटाइरिथ्रिटॉल में पेंटाइरिथ्रिटॉल के अंदर जितने भी हाइड्रोजन एटम हैं वो सारे हमने किससे रिप्लेस कर दिए? 4 ही होंगे, चारों हमने किससे रिप्लेस कर दिए? नाइट्रो ग्रुप से. सो पेंटाइरिथ्रिटॉल टेट्रानाइट्रेट इन दिस hydroxy group have been converted to the corresponding nitrate ester. Nitrate ester हमने इसका फॉर्म कर दिया. इसको हमने यूज, इट इज़ यूज प्रोफाइलेक्टिकली टू रिड्यूस द सीवियरिटी एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ एंजाइनल अटैक, and usually we administered it in a sustained release preparation to increase its duration of action. Next is isosorbide dinitrate. Okay. So, this is the structure of isosorbide dinitrate which get more clear when we discuss its synthesis. Okay. So, here you can see in the synthesis the reactant or the primary raw material or primary reactant is hexane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all, hexanol. Here there is hexanol, here it is hexanol. One more thing, isosorbide dinitrate means it is a dinitrate salt of isosorbide. So, it is a dinitrate salt of isosorbide, means di means 2 nitrate groups are there. So, it is dinitrate salt of isosorbide, it is a nitrate ester and glucitol derivative. Okay. Here, so in the synthesis we are having hexanol. Here the synthesis occurs in 2 steps. The first step is to conversion of hexanol to the isosorbide, and the second step is to add the nitro group. Okay. So, basically hexanol when treated with 4-methyl benzene sulfonic acid causing intermolecular dehydration, means water molecule will get removed, it will get dehydrated and will convert into a ring form. ओके मतलब हाइड्रोजन H2O OH OH में से H2O निकल जाएगा, it will remove out and it is a cyclization, and after cyclization it will form isosorbide. And what we want to form? We want to form dinitrate. And what in first reaction what is prepared? Isosorbide is getting prepared. Now our aim is to introduce 2 nitro group, and we have discussed to introduce the nitro group in any compound or any intermediate, we proceed through nitration reaction, and for nitration reaction we use the reagent nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So, when isosorbide is formed, this isosorbide get get nitrated with the help of nitration reaction performed in the presence of nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So, what happens here? This hydrogen atom of the hydroxy group get nitrated, and what will form? NO2 group will get introduced, or the hydrogen atom is converted to the nitro group. So, it is a 2-step synthesis. Here the hexanol और द हेक्सोनॉल, और हम इसको डी सॉर्बिटॉल भी बोलते हैं और डी ग्लूसीटॉल भी बोलते हैं, इसकी हम रिएक्शन कराते हैं 4-methyl benzene sulfonic acid से. When it is reacted with 4-methyl benzene sulfonic acid, dehydration reaction will appear. It undergoes dehydration reaction, water molecule will remove out and it will form isosorbide, and this isosorbide is converted means undergo nitration reaction. मतलब first step क्या हो गया हमारा? It is the dehydration, water molecule is removing and isosorbide is forming. The second step is nitration, means conversion of this hydrogen atom of the hydroxy group to the nitro group. So, this isosorbide get nitrated and all the hydrogen atom of the hydroxy group is get converted to the nitro group and isosorbide dinitrate will form. It is very easy. Now, the structure activity relationship. So, the basic isosorbide moiety here, it is of no use if the isosorbide moiety is not there. So, it is isosorbide moiety which is essential for the activity. So, the basic isosorbide moiety is essential for the activity, and previously we have discussed the number of nitrate group determine the potency of organic nitrate for guanylate cyclase activation to cause vasodilation. So, the number of nitrate group determines the potency of organic nitrate for guanylate cyclase activation, and we have discussed increase in the nitrate group causes increase in the potency, because more nitric oxide can be formed, more vasodilation can occur. So, increase in the nitrate group causes increase in the potency, and again there is no effect of increasing the lipophilicity. If you are still increasing the lipophilicity, they do not have any major effect over the activation of the drug. नेक्स्ट जब हमने अदर्स बोला था कि अदर्स में हमने यहाँ पे पढ़ा था क्लासिफिकेशन के अंदर नाइट्रेट्स के साथ हमारे जो थे वो अदर ड्रग्स के अंदर आते हैं हमारे डाईपैरिडामोल. डाईपैरिडामोल, द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डाईपैरिडामोल इज दिस. हियर यू कैन सी all things are occupied. This dipyridamole is basically used as longer acting vasodilators. It is indicated for the long term therapy for chronic angina pectoris, and it is also act as antiplatelet drug. The main mechanism of the main use of the dipyridamole is to act as antiplatelet drug. Okay, and we can also use it as a vasodilator. We can also use in the treatment of chronic angina or angina pectoris. नाउ द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन ऑफ डाइपैराडामोल. जो बाकी के हमने जो ड्रग्स पढ़ी थी ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रेट्स, तो ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रेट्स का तो सेम मैकेनिज्म था कि नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड रिलीज होता है डीनाइट्रेट होने के बाद, एंड देन इट विल cause the vasodilation, okay, by activation of the guanylyl cyclase. ठीक है. जो डाइपैराडामोल का जो मैकेनिज्म है, द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन ऑफ डाइपैराडामोल हैज़ टू नोन इफेक्ट्स एक्टिंग वाया डिफरेंट मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन. दो तरीके से डाइपैराडामोल एक्ट करता है. फर्स्ट, इट इनिबिट्स द फॉस्फोडाइस्ट्रेज एंजाइम. What it do? It inhibits the phosphodiesterase enzyme that normally, what this phosphodiesterase enzyme do? This normally break down the CAMP, yeah, increasing the CAMP level and blocking the platelet aggregation and thus CGMP. Okay. And the next second mechanism of action is it inhibits the cellular reuptake of adenosine into the platelets, red blood cells and endothelial cells, which leads to increased extracellular concentration of adenosine. And why we are doing this? Because adenosine is a local mediator which involved in the autoregulation of coronary flow in response to ischemia. So, we can say this dipyridamole we can easily use as an antiplatelet drug, we can also use as vasodilator, and we can also use in the treatment of angina pectoris. These are some references which are included, and thank you.